TART is an open source radio telescope which uses 24 antennas to make all sky images in radio frequencies. And in order to do this, it requires a structure to mount the antennas. And there are three types of structure that we've used in the TART project. The first one is what we call a single sheet design. That's the simplest design, composed of a single sheet of plywood. The second, slightly better design, which uses two sheets of plywood, and that is a little more complex to build, it's bigger. Both of those designs, while simple to build, have a few problems. They have a lot of windage, and mounting them is quite difficult because in windy conditions the forces can be huge. So we have a third design which is the most sophisticated for a variety of reasons, but not only is it more sophisticated from a technical perspective in terms of quality of images, but also it has much lower windage, and this is the spiral design. In this video we're going to describe the spiral design in some detail, how it's constructed and how it's mounted. So the design itself consists of this part, which is the center of the spiral, which locks the arms into slots, as well as arms. This here is an arm. The spiral arms consist of the same three layers. So there's a top layer, a middle layer, and a bottom layer. And for the arms, this allows the layers to be lightweight because they're hollow, and it allows the cabling to be run inside this arm. So the top of the arm is this side here. You can see there is an antenna connection here, antenna 0, antenna 1, antenna 2, antenna 3, and right at the end is antenna number 4. So the antenna connects to the top here, and the cable is routed inside the arm and towards the center. So the cable from each antenna comes out the center here, and then is run through that center and out this hole here. So effectively, once all the antennas are mounted, their cables will come out of this central hole, and the cables will be invisible. So they will be out of the sun, they'll be away from small animals, and this greatly extends the lifetime of the TART and makes it much easier. The design consists of three layers. This is the top layer. This layer is about 5 millimeters thick. A central middle layer, which acts as a spacer, and the bottom layer down here, which is the same thickness as the top layer. Each layer has dowel holes, 6 millimeter dowel holes, which you can see here they've already been inserted. These dowels here have not been inserted, and they line the layers up with respect to each other. The arms clip into this centerpiece here, like so. So remember, this is the top layer, which is now face down, and this is the top layer here, and the bottom layer is up. And so the arms clip in each to their location, and they push down. And then the dowel holes are inserted, and the joint will be glued and clamped with the dowel holes in place. Alternatively, you could use bolts in these holes if you wanted to make it removable. So I'll go into some detail about the three layers. The layers are designed to be CNC cut out of sheets of plywood or another material if necessary, using a CNC router or a laser cutter. And so each layer comes as a DXF file. That is a file provided by the TART project, and the DXF file is used to describe the exact geometry of the layer. So these are 2D CAD files which we provide. The mounting of the spiral array has been done in three previous projects: in Mauritius, in Kenya, and in Botswana at Bust. The way that was chosen in each of these cases was to mount a support under each arm and one under the center of the array. Remember that the electronics which are in their box need to be under the center of the array, which is where all of the antenna cables connect. So mounting is now one of the things which is to some extent up to each site where the TART will be installed. It will depend whether you're installing on a roof, if you're installing into soil, as to how you're going to connect the antenna to the ground. So each site install team is expected to think a little bit about this and come up with solutions to suit their own use case. The TART project is open source, and each time an install is done, we're looking to get feedback and find better ways to do everything. And that includes the array structure and the mounting. After the array is mounted and the antennas have been connected, the next steps will be, of course, to power up the system and begin the process of calibration. To find further information or to get in touch with the TART team, check out the TART website or the TART GitHub repository.